You are listening to Let Us Encourage You. Life is hard, we get it. But you don't have to live a life without joy and light. You can find your truth and live it. Let us encourage you. Here's Lady V.
Good morning. You've tuned in to Let Us Encourage You. This is your girl, Veronica Stanford, a.k.a. Lady V, along with my husband, Elder Joseph Stanford. And today we want you to grab your coffee, your tea, your protein drink, your smoothie, your water, whatever it is that you choose to drink. And just let's sit and talk for a minute and let us encourage you. So this morning, Elder, what would you like to talk about to encourage the people?
Good morning. A topic that I personally have dealt with, and something that I know that a lot of people struggle with, is self-confidence and self-esteem. Too often times we allow people to speak negativity into our lives. We allow people to speak what they feel or what they think about our lives, and it causes us to find some type of reason to get accepted. And this morning, I really want everyone that listens to this to know this very one thing, that you are enough. You're beautiful. You're handsome, you're intelligent, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. You're not a mistake. God has invested gifts and talents into you. And don't allow anybody to tear down your self-esteem or tear down your self-confidence. Self-confidence is something that, and when I say that, I don't mean arrogance. I don't mean cockiness, but I mean the surety within yourself that if there's 3 people that needs to be selected for something, I have just as much right or just as much chance to be selected as the other 2. And that's something that as a people, as a society, we really have to really put emphasis on and really practice and really perfect that.
That's true. I totally agree with that. We sometimes get to a point we look at people because they're taller, their status, where they live, what they drive, their education.
Yes.
And especially when you're serving God, titles.
That's right.
You know, I know I'll never get asked to a conference because I don't have all them letters behind my name, Doctor of Divinity and
right.
whatnot.
That's right.
This one here, sometimes you may see psalmist, and then somebody else may have, Doctor of Divinity, prophetess, whatever. But you have just as right to be in that arena, in that environment, because God chose you for that time.
Yes.
For such a time as this, because you may have something that someone else don't. God may choose me and not allow Juanita Bynum to go.
That's
because
right.
I have something that the people need. Or, with anybody. I was just using that as an example.
Yes,
but,
yes.
Your confidence, it's important. Because in the confidence, basically you're saying, I'm secure in how God made me.
That's it.
I know I have flaws. I know I have shortcomings, but it's not because God made me flawed. It is because when sin entered the world,
that's right,
it caused all the flaws and stuff. But I was perfectly made in
that's
God.
It.
But sometimes we get sidetracked because we're not the right size, or we feel like we're not the right size or the right color. Back in the day, it used to be this thing where the dark-skinned girls, and then you have the light-skinned girl, we call them red bone.
Yes.
Like men, was more attracted to them or whatever, had the good hair or whatnot compared to, the nappy hair or whatever. But God doesn't see none of that.
None of that.
He don't see all that. When God looks at us, and prayerfully, when he looks at us, he see his son.
That's it.
He don't see color. He don't see, small waist, thick hips, or, cellulite, or white, if you're Indian, all this type of stuff. It's, it's important to have self-confidence. It is. It's you're trusting what God says about you. You're taking Him at His word.
That's it.
That's a whole nother level of, not so, like you said, not cocky and arrogant, but it's self-confidence in knowing
who you are.
Yeah. And who He says that I am.
That's it.
So what would be your final words to tell someone?
It's something that someone told me years ago, and I'm going to share it at this time. Mm-hmm. Anytime that you're feeling down on yourself, that you're feeling, like you're not measuring up, go to the mirror and say, I love you.
That's good.
I appreciate you. You are okay. Mm-hmm. You are what God says you are. Mm-hmm. And you use that every time you get into a situation where you have doubts or have insecurities, and it will subside at some juncture.
And I want to piggyback right off that. Not just when things happen. Say it 21 days in a row. Because it said anything that you do 21 days becomes a habit.
That's right.
Do it for 21 days. Just every single day. You ain't got to believe it when you start off. But I guarantee you, probably by day 15, 16,
you will
something, because you done said it so much. You're going to believe it. So we really hope that we encourage someone today, someone that may be feeling down on themselves. You're questioning yourselves, or, why not me? Why this? Why that? Some things are seasonal, but everything is in God's time. Well, that was good. That was a word.
Real good.
That was a word right there. That was good. That was good right there.
Yes, it was.
Some things are seasonal, but everything is in God's time.
Yes, it is.
I like that.
Amen.
So we thank y'all for tuning in with us. This is Let Us Encourage You. And as always, be the best version of yourself because you owe it to yourself. And as always, I thank my partner in crime, my husband, Elder Joseph Stanford.
Well, that's you, Lady V.
For always just having my back and being there. Sometimes I feel like he's my rib. And I'm supposed to be his. He's my helpmeet. So I honor the man of God that he is. But be the best version of yourself because you owe it to yourself. And again, we pray that you have a blessed day. And you have tuned in to Let Us Encourage You. We love you guys.